Good morning, Scott School, on this wonderful Wednesday, April 5th. Oh my goodness, this morning started out a little bit different than what we all anticipated with the stormy weather outside. I want to give you all a shout out, students and staff, for being flexible and resilient and walking in using the bus doors, everyone, and heading straight to the cafeteria. Students, you did an outstanding job. My heart is full of pride and happiness for how well you adjusted to the change. And staff, thank you for all of you who pitched in. You were in the hallways, you were asking how you could help. And again, my heart is full with pride that we have such a great team here who takes care of one another, and I appreciate you. So thank you all. Boys and girls, we have been focusing a bit on our emergency drills. And so, although we have practiced a tornado drill, I do want to share with you, to my knowledge, there is no active tornado right now. There is no tornado warning right now, which indicates that one has been cited. But the weather outside is a little fussy this morning. That's for sure. Remember, boys and girls, we practice our emergency drills so that we are prepared in case we need to use them. So, should there be a need to use our tornado drill to practice because the weather starts to get a little crazy pants, I'm confident that you'll know what to do. And most importantly, that you will be quiet, follow directions, and we'll all keep each other safe. But right now, boys and girls, there's no worries, no need to worry. Right now, we're in the building. We're going to have an awesome, awesome day. So I do want to shift my focus a bit to our other emergency drill that we talked about yesterday, which was a transition lockdown drill. Remember, boys and girls, we do have one of those coming up soon. And I'm not going to tell you when because that's how we want to practice our drills so that we're not preparing so far in advance for them that we don't do what we would normally do. By not telling you, it allows you to think, ooh, I know what to do and put it into action. Remember, a transition drill means you're either on the playground or in the cafeteria, or maybe a class is transitioning from their classroom to a specials or something like that. And we are required to do one of those a year, and that's what's coming up for us. Should you be on the playground? We talked about yesterday the importance of listening to that 3-tweet whistle cadence. Remember, tweet, 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 and then a pause. Tweet, tweet, tweet. If you hear that cadence or that pattern of tweets, you instantly close your mouth, eyes up, and you look for an adult and you see where students are heading, what direction they're heading, and do it swiftly, boys and girls, because we want to practice like we would actually put in action if we needed to. Remember to look for the adults out there. They're going to give you those directional signals. Well, I couldn't find the word signals by taking their hands, and they're going to be pointing in the direction such as that or that way if you're worried or if you're concerned. Boys and girls, look around you, look at all your friends, see what direction they're heading, and just look and think you're all super smart. Where would you go that would be the safest if you really don't know what to do? And there are lots of trusted adults and friends here that care about each other. And I know we'll all get through all of our drills and any emergencies should we ever face that. The last thing I want to tell you about emergency drills, this morning in the shower, I do some of my best thinking ever. I was thinking, oh my goodness, we could possibly have a transition drill when we have indoor recess. And we haven't really practiced that a lot. So if that happens and we have a transition lockdown drill and we have indoor recess, remember, boys and girls, you know what to do. You are equipped and empowered and strong, and you can make these decisions. Remember, we have recess staff that are going from room to room, and they will assist you. If by chance the recess staff have left your space because they were checking on another room and we go into a lockdown drill, remember, the doors are always in the locked position. So you know how to practice a lockdown drill when your teacher is there. The first thing you're going to do is you're going to go over to the door, one of you, and you're going to pull that door shut because now you're locked in the space. The second thing you're going to do is you're going to turn the lights off, and all of you are going to help each other. Shh, be quiet. And the third thing you're going to do is in the location in your classroom that you normally go and hide in or crouch down in, that's where you're going to go. And that's all there is to it, boys and girls. We know we've practiced this enough that you can do it. And there are trusted adults here that will be with you as soon as possible. If by chance there is a transition drill and a recess staff isn't in your classroom right at that minute. And then finally, with that last thing said, boys and girls, if you're ever in the hallway, you're in the bathroom, you're somewhere, and there's a lockdown drill, and you go, uh-oh, what do I do? This is what you do. You look in the hallway, make sure it's clear, and you go to the first open space or room. It might be a teacher saying, come to our classroom, and you go there. It might be a classroom that no one's in, but the door is open. I want you to go in there and close the door because remember, we keep our doors locked. So then you would close the door and now you're in a safe space. So those are some tips and hints as we prepare for our upcoming transition lockdown drill or any emergency drill. And you know what? Again, my heart is full of pride because all of you are such great listeners and you are respectful, responsible, safe, and bucket filling kids. And this is the only place in the world I'd like to be because you make this place great and we can do this together. And lastly, I know I keep saying that, but lastly, our word of the week is diversity. Boys and girls, have you been fab with vocab? Think about what diversity means to you today. What does it mean to you, and how can you maybe expand your inclusion or acceptance of someone or some circumstance that is different than what you normally would maybe either be in, or if it's a person that's different than you, maybe you make a new friend. So that's my challenge to you. And now on to Mrs. Schwartz.
Why, thank you, Head Ranger Reha. That's right, my friends. March is Reading Month. Will be with us the rest of the year. Isn't that exciting? Yay! We've got some Panther Pride winners this morning from Miss Anderson's class, Griffin and Freya, and from Miss Hyde's class, DeMarco and Riley. Congratulations. Keep up all the amazing work. And I would just like to echo what Mrs. Reha said. We are just so lucky. And my bucket overfloweth with all of the bucket filling I saw this morning. And even though it was a change in routine, even if you were a little confused, you did a beautiful job of looking to the adults and following directions. And it was actually a really great way to start my morning. So thank you, my friends. Now let's all please stand for the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Have a wonderful Wednesday, Scott School, and keep an eye on that flag because it's been pretty moist out today.